my opinion, Hurricane Ida was a blessing in disguise for the Saints.
Packers fans are idiots.
George Kittle loves to get yards, especially after the catch.
Welcome back to Certified Beef. We are here to talk playoffs. The NBA and NHL playoffs are upon us. And then we'll also get into a little bit of Twins preview or premiering the Canha Watch of the 2023 season. Brandon, how is Canha doing this year? I have paid zero attention to that man, but I would love to hear what he's doing so far.
So when I recorded the solo episode last week, that's not going to get published. He wasn't doing too hot. He had, I believe, a sub 200 batting average. He was at negative 0.1 WAR. Just awful start for him. I know his OPS to start was like at 64 for the first week, and that's well below league average. So
that's brutal.
So yeah, I'll read over his career stats real quick just to get the baseline. So he's a career 12.6 wins above replacement player. So decent, pretty solid. 103 home runs, 655 hits, 359 RBIs, 348 OPS, 425 slugging, or on base.
348 OPS?
No, on base percentage.
What the fuck?
OPS is 774, and then his OPS plus for his career is 115. So he is above average in terms of that for his career. This year, he, like I said, got off to a slow start. It is a contract year for him, so keep that in mind too. He is currently evened out at a 0 WAR, 42 played or at bats, 9 hits, 1 home run, 214 batting average. Still not where you want it to be quite yet.
Ugh.
6 runs, 4 RBIs, no stolen bases, 320 OBP, 381 slugging, 701 OPS, and then 90 OPS plus. So he's starting to get back on track, but he's still not where you want him at all.
Yeah, not great. What the hell is OPS plus? I always mix that one up.
Let me look it up real quick. OPS.
I know it's on place plus slugging, but I don't know what the plus means.
OPS plus takes a player's on base plus slugging percentage and normalizes the number across the entire league. So it's just an average of the league and how much better or worse you are than the average on base. On base plus slugging.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know that the Twins on the broadcast, they were trying to like talk those stats into baseball. And I think they brought up WRC plus, which was a surprise because it hasn't been talked about ever. It's only like absolute baseball nerds that know that stat.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I know it's wins above replacement something. But it's just like the best advanced stat. And the Twins started talking about like what the fuck is going on.
I should get
real analytical.
I need to get more into those advanced metrics, but I'm not there quite yet.
Once you get into it, like there's just only a couple that you really need to pay attention to that are actually important.
Yep.
Because the problem is people pay attention to like OPS and like OPS plus is better than OPS.
Yep.
And people pay attention to that too much when there's like other advanced metrics that are way better to look at than those. But those are just the basic ones. So that's what people are like, oh, this guy, oh, blah, blah, when he's actually probably maybe worse or better than that, actually.
Yeah. But OPS plus is nice for getting a sense of how good a person is above the average and seeing like how much better the top tier guys are than everybody else.
Yeah. Well, Brandon, at least the Twins are playing a lot better than their damn jerseys are, because if they were playing anything like their jerseys, I think they'd have like 3 wins on the season. But they're playing great right now, so can't knock them. I know that's if you average that out over the whole season, that's going to be a pretty solid record.
Yeah, well,
that'd be like 100 wins.
As long as the Twins make the playoffs, I don't really care. A division win would be nice. Make the playoffs, build off of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, pitching has been, I think, better than anyone has expected so far. It's the offense that can't get it going. The one thing
the offense was good to start though. Like we just couldn't get runners in and when they were in scoring position was the
Yes,
problem.
clutch hitting has been a problem, but also the main thing that's been killing our pitching has been the home run ball, especially when you have the runners on base. Because I know that was the difference in the first game of the White Sox series this past week. That Kenta just hung a curveball and it went and Hanser Alberto took it to the left field bleachers to put the
Yeah.
game out of reach. So if they could
Yeah.
control the long ball and make sure the bullpen stays steady, then we're in for a good season.
Yeah. I mean, our losses aren't by wide margins. Like we lost what? I mean, we lost to the Marlins because we gave up a 3-run home run and then we lost by 4. But we only lost by 1 because Sandy Alcantara just absolutely threw it down our dick.
Yep.
And like you can't do anything about that. But I mean, health is I'm getting worried because the pitching, if it stays like this, will be fine. But our health right now, like, I don't even know what's going on with Carlos Correa. I
Back
don't know. Apparently
spasms
he's
or
got
something, sore back.
it's brutal. Joey Gallo's out right now. Kepler, I don't know how long he's out. I know that I heard that they said that Kirilloff and Polanco are on their way back, which is
Yes,
a good sign because we do kind of need them right now, even though they're not very good.
they are in
Um,
Fort Myers right now doing
I'm,
rehab
I
starts.
they said that they're not going to really. I don't think they're good. I don't think they have that many rehab starts left to where they until they get called up to here,
Right. No,
is
I
what
don't
I've
think so.
seen. So hopefully we get them back. But I mean, guys we've had come in have been good. I mean, Kyle Farmer was doing amazing until today. I didn't even see it, but I guess he took one off the dome today.
The White
And
Sox series was tough for him. He struck out like 7 times, I believe, over the 3 games.
yeah,
But yeah, he took one right off the mouth, and I don't know how he's doing. Buxton uh,
is it?
gave us another scare.
Did they say anything yet
I did not hear
about
anything on
Farmer?
on Farmer. I don't know. He's probably gonna be out for a week, I'm guessing. But that's why we brought in guys like Willie
He probably
Castro.
should get one that he probably should get that thing to cover his mouth
A
now. He'll
face
probably have
shield
that
there.
on. I feel like once you get hit in the face, everyone has that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Buxton, that was fucking insane.
I
He's
didn't
fine, which
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm surprised.
He scared us too many times already this year. First in the Kansas City series, looks like he was almost gonna roll up on his ankle on the slide into third base on his triple. There was like another instance where he almost hurt himself. Oh yeah, because he face planted the second
He
base.
face planted
Yep.
first game. Yeah, first game. I think that was face plant.
And
That
then
was
this
awesome.
one, he ran into the second baseman while running to second base. I just turned on my phone. And it's like, oh, Buxton's laying motionless on the dirt. That's so nice. Like this man cannot be saved from himself, and it's insane. I don't know how he does it.
the The worst part about it is he's not even playing defense right now.
I know.
He's only
Yeah,
running the bases. That's what makes it even worse. Is it? Which I don't know why. That's what I don't understand is how can you run the bases but not field? That's what I never
because I don't
understand.
want him crashing into the wall. That's all. And
I suppose
I don't think he's ever going to change how he plays the game.
no.
He's not gonna.
It's that's the problem. If you change the way you are and how you play, you'll just get worse.
Right. So like unfortunately, like if his injuries continue, he's trying to become towards becoming just a career DH hitter, which is not what he should be at all. But you need to tell him, hey, there's 162. You
It's
can't
kind of
be
fire though.
you gotta be you
Career
gotta
DH
have
for him would be
some
kind of fire though.
you gotta have some self-preservation out there. Don't go running into the bullpen fence every time a ball's hit out that way.
No, but a career DH like him would be kind of fire because he's fast as fuck, and normally DHs are slow as shit.
That is true.
And this year he is hitting for average. So
He is
right
doing better
now,
on that. Yeah.
which he hasn't done that since that one year where he just popped off and then got hurt. I mean, he's an April machine. He just plays great in April, and then you don't know what you're gonna get after that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Um,
Probably on the IR or the IL. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, the Twins just need to get healthy. Like the pitching has been amazing. Rocco Baldelli doesn't use analytics anymore, I guess, because he lets his pitchers go past 5 innings, which is amazing. It's awesome to see
Yeah.
when they've given up. Like, I'm so surprised. Like, I know Pablo Lopez is the ace, but the man literally gave up. I mean, he was like feeling it last night, but he gave up 2 runs in the first inning, and he's just like, "All right, just keep going."
Two
And
runs,
it's
nobody
weird.
out.
Like it's
Yeah.
like
Pitches.
Sonny Gray went 7. Like I was just like, "What's going on right now?"
And these are like Sonny Gray is like an older dude for a pitcher. Like he's not young. And so you think, oh, we're gonna pump the brakes on how long he can go. I mean, you got Joe Ryan who will always give you good innings mostly, or like at least some length. And then Pablo Lopez, like you said, ace of the staff is I expect him to pitch 6+ every time he goes out.
Yeah, I think Rocco pissed off the fans enough to where he finally heard what the people were complaining about, maybe, and he finally is starting to pitch his guys longer because they should be going longer.
Yeah. Yep. Bullpen still scares me. Giovanni Moran hasn't been having a great season so far. It's not like he's our top player, but he's still somewhat of a valuable lefty. Like lefties are more valuable than
Yeah,
righties. Uh Duran, like I know it's only been 4 games, but the last two have been a little bit more shaky. Obviously Robert just got or Robert, I guess, Robert Jr. just got a good swing on the one to tie it up, but he looks a little bit more hittable, and it's kind of scaring me because we got spoiled last year of how good he was.
I don't know. He didn't. No one really touched him the first 2 games, and then like he got like 1 hit. Well, the problem is no the only pitch that people can hit is if it's a shitty place fastball or his curveball.
Yeah,
No one's touching the splinker. That pitch is unhittable. So, and he wasn't throwing that at the beginning of the year, which I have no idea why. So, but he mixed it in a lot these last 2 starts. I
it's
mean, he got it up to like one. That he got the splinker up to like 101 last night, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
yeah,
It's
it's just
insane.
alarming that the only 2 hits he's given up are home runs. That's the alarming part about it. Like it's still early. It's
But
whatever.
but like you said, it was like a good swing. Like that fucking I don't know who like Sosa today.
Yeah,
That swing, it looked like he just like got lucky
yeah.
because that was not a home run swing at all.
Both of them weren't really home run swings, but he has
No.
enough power in his pitches that if you turn it around, it's going a long way.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what you deal with as a hard throwing pitcher.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So far, like I was gonna boycott the Twins, but the YMCA wrecked it for me. So I would have been boycotting them still, and I wouldn't have watched a single game. But I got that got wrecked because I was at the gym and they had it on the TV and I looked up and I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And I got mad for like 2 seconds and then I was just like, whatever. And then I watched like 2 games, probably or couple. No, I watched like the first 3 and then I watched like a couple since then, but it's not my top priority. But I'll sprinkle in a little bit. But the sad thing is, Dick, that sucked that he had to miss the home opener. That was tough
Why did he miss it? I did not hear.
because he got COVID. I
Oh,
don't
did
know.
he? I did not hear that.
I was just like, why? What's the point? I didn't even know that they were testing COVID anymore. You know
It,
what's funny is he tested for COVID, and then the other day they announced that COVID is over. So
oh,
yeah,
yeah.
the pandemic is officially done. That's what the White House said.
Hmm.
So,
Corey Provis does a nice job.
so that he looks weird. I didn't find I never knew what he looked like, and then I saw him. I'm like, his voice does not fit who he looks like. He looks
No,
like an absolute fucking nerd,
but
but his voice sounds like an absolute stud.
he's a good ass announcer. He does
Well,
baseball
yeah,
for
that's
the
what I'm
Twins
saying. He just
radio, does Big Ten football, and he does Big Ten basketball.
I was gonna say, I was like, I don't know where you're going with this because I only know the him for baseball.
Oh, you
I thought
done
you were
it
about to say
all.
like, yeah, I don't know. He just looks he looks like an absolute nerd, and it caught me off guard.
I'll make sure to throw up a picture and post. Not doing the jersey,
Huh?
right? Or are we doing
Oh, I
NBA?
mean, I hate them all. You can talk about it. I hate them all. So
I don't get it
they're
how
all
you hate
bad.
them all.
They suck. There's nothing good about them.
They're so clean.
The okay, the blue one sucks. Worst jersey by far.
No,
You can't even see what the last name is. You can't even see the last name on the jersey. You can't. You look at it when they're playing, you can't see it. I don't even know what the guy's last name is. If I didn't know who our team was, I wouldn't be able to tell you who they are. You also mentioned in the last jerseys, you hated how they had different colors. They have different color jersey number fonts and different color name fonts. Um,
I've
do
gotten
they even
over
what do
it.
they have? Do they have a logo on there?
On where?
Like, is there a logo on that jersey? The blue one. Is there a logo?
Yeah, the side patch I believe is the state of Minnesota with the star on Minneapolis.
Yeah. Also, that fucking hat sucks mega dick. It's
It really
so bad.
doesn't. I don't get it.
It's so bad. What do you mean? It's horrible.
How is it bad?
It's an M with a star on top. It
Yeah,
looks so stupid.
we're
It looks
Minnesota and we're the
so
North Star
incredibly
State.
dumb.
It makes sense.
It's so stupid. It makes sense, but it looks so stupid. There was no need to change the jerseys at all. That Twin Cities one makes zero sense, and it's so bad.
What?
It is the
Hold
Twin
on.
Cities jersey is horseshit.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. They all suck. The pinstripes look so stupid as well.
Yeah, I don't like the
Like
pinstripes.
the cream does like there's no what yeah, they suck. And then they wear the pinstripes, the pants with the blue jersey.
Yeah.
It's just dumb. There was no need to change. There was no need to change. Like I don't understand the point of it. There was the jerseys we had were not old and crusty. Like we only had them for like what 7 years.
Eight
They're
years.
just they all
Well, that's like the
they
average for
just suck.
jerseys is 8 years. Then you get rebrand
They
unless you're
just
a
are all
historic team.
bad. I I also hate that like the new white ones because they just try to go so modern that super unnecessary modern and it's annoying.
It's modern
I don't know, they
retro.
just don't the problem is the jerseys they don't look similar to each other at all. Like every jersey looks different. And that I don't know, I just hate them all. I hate them so and the helmets with the white jersey looks so stupid.
The thing I don't like about the helmets is I don't like how it's like curved in. Like the Orioles, like they got the three panel helmet, like three color helmet too, but the white like goes down naturally. It doesn't curve in. That's what I don't like about our home helmets. Uh, Gray jerseys, my least favorite. The pinstripes, they're not. I don't know. They're not noticeable enough or something. It's something off with the pinstripes. The red number on the back does not look good to me. Navy blue is my second least favorite. Uh, I do the white numbers look really. The white numbers in Minnesota look nice. Uh, then it's the home. It's my uh, it's my second favorite, I guess. I do feel like the Twins like word mark is missing an outline, I think. And
Yeah,
then
that's why it's really bad.
but that's all I got. And then I don't know how you hate the Twin Cities. How does it not make sense?
It makes sense, but what I don't understand the point of them. They look stupid.
They look so clean. It's nice that they just got a two color jersey, Twin Cities, very personal. Cream and the blue play well off each other.
The problem is that they got rid of jerseys that they had that they didn't need to get rid of. Like the red one, that one was clean.
Red one was
They got
nice.
rid of they don't have a red one. And they don't have powder blues. And that
Nope.
those were their best jersey. So they got rid of their best jersey and changed it for a cream, which what does a cream have anything to do with the team? Nothing.
I wish we
I
kept
don't know. It's
the original cream Twins jerseys, the Harmon Killebrew era ones. Those ones were nice. I like those.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like those ones were good, but the ones we have now don't like they don't really look anything like or pay homage to those types of jerseys or those jerseys at all.
The twin, like the
Oh, it.
twins.
I just there. It was they downgraded as the.
I don't know. It was like even though it wasn't
Oh,
necessary, it was getting to that point.
I don't know. Just the twins. I don't. I just don't like the fonts. Like I like a more traditional, like a box font. I don't like the curvy font. It's just it doesn't speak to my language.
Hmm.
Like it doesn't look clean. Like it looks like a child did it, and then they with their shitty ass handwriting, and then they put it on a jersey, or they try to get all like fancy and like cursive, which it doesn't. That's not. I feel like that's not a baseball thing. Plus, the Twins have never had like curvy style fonts in their entire um existence.
Yeah, they have.
So what the blue ones, the last ones?
Like all of the twins fonts until like the 80s were the script twins font.
What's I don't even know what you just that didn't even what you just said didn't even make sense.
Like you're talking about the oh wait, are you talking about the numbers?
No, I'm talking about like the Twins thing here.
Yeah,
Like they've mainly been box.
it's mostly been cursive up until
Okay,
like
but the
the
one they
80s.
have now is like it's like over the top. Like the one you have on now, that one it looks more box. It
Yeah.
doesn't look like curved. Like this one, like they just went
Oh wait.
extra.
Yeah.
Plus the logo they have now, it looks so small on the jersey. Like it looks like it's doesn't stand out. They just put like the smallest logo on there. Like the Twins, like it only covers the chest, like barely any of the chest, and then that's it. I don't know. I mean, I can't. I'm not. Like I said, I can't do anything about it. I just don't like them at all.
Fair
It's like
enough.
they just went too futuristic for me. I don't know. The white ones they had before were so cool when they brought them out. I'm like, oh my god, here we go. Then they brought along the red one. I never really liked the road jerseys, but you go to a Twins game at home, you're like, oh God, look at these cool jerseys. And now I have to go watch them and their new ones. And I'm like, ooh, yes, so cool. Nor am I gonna pay attention to that, but I'm just saying. They looked clean before. Plus, like the fact that they're gonna have like, I don't know, just they need red in their and more red.
They should get
They
a
don't
red
have.
jersey. I hope they do. But I know MLB does have a standard that's you get four jerseys and then one City Connect. So we are got our
Yeah, we
four
don't.
jerseys.
Yeah, the City Connect is until next year at the
Yeah,
earliest.
which is sad. I think next year it's for sure though, because I think we're in the last
I
group
don't
of teams.
I don't understand what the point of delaying all these City Connect jerseys for each team. I
I
don't
don't
get
know
it.
either. That should be a yearly thing.
You would think.
I well, what playoffs are
Yeah,
we talking about first?
the NHL,
NHL.
the one of the best playoffs in sports. I would have to say number two on in my book. Um, just because NHL playoff anyone. I mean, not any. I mean, it's not like the NBA where the wild card teams can't compete against um the top teams in each division. Like the eight seed in the NBA is not going to compete against the one seed most of the time.
Most likely not. No.
Um, but the NHL has got a lot of parity to it. Every team is good, like and that's in the playoffs. Obviously, like that's kind of cliche, but a lot. The thing is with the NHL is they play so many games. There's a lot of like discrepancy between the teams in the playoffs and the teams that miss the playoffs. Um, but I mean, this year the West is stacked. The West is very even keel. It's pretty much like anyone's to win. And then the East, it's like you got a couple top heavy teams, and then it's a lot of like teams that are just kind of squeaking by and getting into the playoffs. I mean, the East's literally just the Bruins, and if anyone wants to come and challenge them, they can. But we'll see. Brandon, I don't know who would challenge the Bruins because they're just that good. And if the Bruins don't win, Brandon, it would be the biggest disappointment in NHL history.
Oh yeah, it would be huge. You break the wins record. Did they break the points record as well?
Yeah, they did that last night.
Okay, so yeah, you broke two major team records. You're currently on a 7 game win streak. If you don't run the table, it's you may just have to clean house after that. Just restart.
Yeah, and like this is like one of the last. This is like the last ride for a lot of those guys too.
Yeah, they're an aging roster.
1 year deals. Yeah, they have 12 regulation losses
That'd
with an
be
82% point percentage. That's just ridiculous.
They've lost
Like
17 games total.
82% of the games. The 82% of their games they've scored a point in. It's disgusting what they've done to the league.
They're so good.
I mean, it's just the East. It's like hard to talk about the East because it's like the Rangers are like a team that like could compete against them, because they have the talent now.
The
I mean, there's
Devils
just
came
a
out of
couple
nowhere.
teams like they're not going to compete. They're not that good. Carolina probably not. They lost Svechnikov in the middle of the season. I mean, the teams that you look at, honestly, that I would look at to compete against them is Toronto or
Toronto ain't
um
moving past the first round. They never do. It's not
yeah.
happening.
Okay,
Especially
but
against the Lightning.
if they Lightning suck this year, they're not that good.
But
They have
they
98
got that,
points.
that playoff caliber.
They're not. There's no way they've made it to 3 straight Stanley Cups. Like that's impressive, but they're burnt out. That they're gonna lose their. They're not gonna make it. I think the Leafs are finally gonna get out of the first round again. I'm calling my shot right now. The Leafs will get out of the first round again.
Hot resident hockey man Josh says they are not making it out of the first round.
Dude, the Lightning aren't that good this year. They lost some key pieces. They're
But
just
Josh
not
watches a
as
lot more hockey than you do, so I trust him.
okay. The Maple Leafs, the only problem with the Maple Leafs is their goaltending. And if their goaltending plays good, then they're going to be just fine and they'll beat the Lightning. I don't give a shit if Josh watches hockey. I'm calling my shot, and Toronto's making it out of the playoffs because they are a better team than the Lightning. And the only thing that's going to shut the Maple Leafs down is a hot goaltender. And Andre Vasilevsky hasn't been as good this year. So, but that's the thing with the East, though, is there's a couple goalies like Sturkin, Sorokin, Vasilevsky. If they get hot, they could maybe shut down the Bruins. And that's, but
But you got one of the front runners for the Vezina and Linus Olmark
you
on the
have
Bruins.
the Vesna. But the thing is, with Allmark, he's good. But I think the problem is the Bruins are so good that he doesn't have to face as many shots and as much pressures
Exactly.
because he only has like 2 shutouts on the season, and he's going to win the Vesna.
They're saying that Sorokin should win it because he's more valuable.
Yeah, he definitely should, but not going to win it. He's not going to win it, but he should. I mean, if we're talking stats, Philip Gustafson should be in the running for the Vesna.
That is true.
But he's not because his stats are that good. He's literally like stat wise, besides wins, because he hasn't played as much, he's like the second best goalie in the NHL.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He's been playing that good. Yeah, exactly. So Sorokin not going to win the Vesna, even though he should be. He'll probably be considered. But the East, it's the Bruins lose. I don't see anyone touching them. The West, though, great, a lot of great teams. I mean, the Jets are dirty as fuck. I fucking hate the Jets. God, what I would do, I want to play the Jets in the Western Conference Final because I don't think we're going to be able to play them until the Western Conference Final, most likely. So I want to play the Jets so bad because fuck the Jets. They are such a dirty ass team. They're so fucking dirty. Last night they fucking took out Kaprizov again almost. They took out Johansson and they fucking mugged Ryan Hartman when he was a legal ass hit, which I mean he got suspended a game, which I thought was bullshit. But
That doesn't sound too
yeah,
legal, then.
it was an interference penalty that what it was barely even an interference penalty, and it was because the guy got sat on the ice for 30 seconds because he got the wind knocked out of him. Who else? And then you got Calgary is they're not going to do anything. They're not that good.
No, they're
Wait,
out.
no, they didn't make the playoffs. Who
Yeah,
the
they're
fuck
out.
is the other wild? Oh, the Kraken.
Kraken. They came out
Yeah,
nowhere this season.
yeah.
But
They're like a team by committee. That I don't think they have one player over 30 goals. They're crazy. They have like a decent amount over 20. They're just a weird team.
is Donato up
Um,
there?
no, I don't think
Ryan.
so.
Oh.
It's Jared McCann is their best player. Um,
Oh, did
I
what's
don't
his
know.
name? Did Grubauer turn it around this year? Because I know he had an awful first
Mm,
year in Seattle.
yeah, no. He's a lot better this year. He is a lot better. The Pacific though, that like they're a lot better than I just don't. They don't have. I don't think they have that factor like Vegas had when they first
No,
came in the
not at
league.
all.
Plus, Vegas had Fleury, so that helps a lot too. Um, the Kings, they're super young. I don't really like them a lot,
No.
especially whoever they play.
And
I
they got
Edmund.
playoff Fiala. And playoff Fiala
Oh
doesn't show
yeah,
up.
he hasn't been playing recently. I think he's hurt.
Is
I don't know
he?
if he's in for the playoffs, but
Oh,
yeah. Oilers, they're fucking who knows with the Oilers. I mean, their goalies are fucking a hit or miss. I mean, but you got McDavid, you got Draisaitl, you should be able to do anything.
yeah.
Vegas is like sneaky good this year. Like they don't really have like a stud on their team this year, but they're just like they
Jack
got
Eichel
Eichel, but
isn't producing
he's
as
been all
much.
right. Yeah, like they're weird. I don't understand why they're so good. They have like 5 or 6 goalies that have won 2+ games this year. They've had no goalie health at all. But they're the number one team in the West, so
Yeah.
credit to them. Plus, they play so well at home. Um, I mean, fuck the Wild. The Wild, they fucking choked. God, they choked the freaking first seed in the Central so bad.
Yep.
And
I
I'm worried, Brandon, that they're not going to get out of the
I don't
first
like
round
our
again.
chances to get out of the first round for two reasons.
Because it's like I
One,
don't know who I'd want to play because
right now we're matched up against the Avalanche. If that stays, wait, no, we'd currently be matched up
no,
against the Stars,
yeah,
won't we? Because
no,
it's 2 and 3.
well, isn't who's in first right now?
The Avalanche. Oh,
Or did they win tonight?
I
That's
know the
why.
Star. No, okay. Bleacher Report didn't update their standings. The Stars have
I
106. Avalanche have 105. So it'd be the
Yeah, the Avs
Avalanche.
don't play tonight.
Yeah, I don't like.
Which
I
I
don't
mean,
want
the
to play the
Avs
Avalanche.
should win their last 2 games. No, I would rather play the Avalanche actually. I know that sounds very stupid because the Avalanche have that so much talent, but you can run this by Josh. But I would rather play the Avalanche because of their goalies. The Wild. I mean, let's just talk about them.
I
It's
don't
been a
like.
great season.
I don't like our chances though. Either way,
I hate it. It sucks.
it's gonna be a good
The thing
series
is,
because the Wild always make a good series, but I don't think we'll make it out round one.
yeah. The problem is, well, yeah, I don't know. The thing is, the only thing that will help us is our goalies. If Gus and Fleury are playing good, you never know. You never know.
Yeah,
Who do you
this
who do you think he goes to game one?
he's gonna
Like
go to
you know how that was
Flurry.
a big debate last
He's
year.
going to Flurry.
You think so?
I think so because I
I
think that's the
don't
way
think he
Dean
is.
Evanston is. I think he'll go to Flurry game one if he struggles at all. It's the Gus bus for game two.
They've also said, Brandon, they've also been saying that they might just alternate starts in the playoffs.
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that.
Like that's crazy. That never happens in the NHL, and they're talking about it. I'm like, what the fuck? Um, you know, yeah, I wouldn't mind it either. Last year, I mean, right? I mean, it was the right decision, but it wasn't. Um,
Flurry
they
got
went. They
too
started.
many games last year. You
Yeah,
put
he
Cam
started
Talbot
too
in a
much.
bad situation.
Situation, horrible situation. Yeah, no that was not a great decision by Dean.
No.
Oh no, he went to Boston University. Yeah, I'm an idiot. He did not go to.
Isn't he from
He
Minnesota
did
though?
not go to. That's what it is. Yeah, he's from Lakeville. Okay, I knew I wasn't. I knew he was a Minnesota guy. Maybe I'm confusing him with
Jake
someone else that
Ottinger,
went to
Lakeville guy.
Duluth. He went to. Yeah, he went to Lakeville. So I don't know. Didn't want to stay home, I guess. No, the Wild, there's good, but the way I like the way they set up the playoffs in the NHL. Just because you get rivalries with the division setup, but it's so hard to make it out of the first round if you don't win your division. It is so fucking hard because you got to play such good. Like last year, we had one of our best seasons in team history, and we had to play St. Louis, who was really good last year in the first round.
Yeah.
Like it's so hard to win, to get out of the first round. And I mean, the Wild have continually um been in this position, get out in the first round. I mean, do you think there's a point where we need to try to suck as the Wild, or do you think we need to keep trying?
I think we're gonna keep trying because that's Bill Guerin's way. I think we're gonna keep trying.
See, the only thing for me is why we should keep trying is if we're good now with the freaking cap situation we have, with the Parisi and the Suter cap situation that's still on our books. Just imagine how good we can be if we have that $14 million freed up.
Right.
We could sign a big star, and we already have a good roster,
That Matt
and we
Boldy
have a
signing is
star in
looking like a
Kaprizov.
steal right now.
Yeah, I know. I was like, "What the fuck are we doing?" And I was on that. I knew it was going to turn out most likely, but
He has been,
yeah, no, like we needed we
yeah.
needed that, but if we weren't like what I'm like, it's crazy, but if we weren't in the cap hell we were in, we would be one of the best teams in the league. We would be the best team in the league, I honestly think,
I don't know about best
because
team,
we
but
could,
we'd probably be up there for sure.
but because we could sign two great players. Because with the 14 mil, we could actually sign guys that are worth that much money, 7 mil a year, that are
Mm-hmm.
actually good
Yep.
and not like shitty, like or like not at the end of their career where they're at, and that's what we got out of Preezy and Suter. Um, God, it's just if we had that money, we'd be so much better. I think we'd be like favorites to come out of the West,
I
and I think
hope
odds.
I hope we keep Ryan
Uh,
Reeves after the season. I
yeah,
want
I
to keep
mean
Ryan Reeves.
probably
He's
not.
gonna score one and a
And
half, over 1.5 goals in the series.
yeah, he's awesome. No, I don't. Yeah, I mean we're like fifth odds wise to make it out of the West, which I mean not surprising. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna pick someone to make it out of the West, but I'm gonna pick. I think the Bruins are gonna win the whole thing. That's all I'm gonna say
Yeah.
because I have no idea who to pick out of the West. The West is gonna be a crapshoot. Like the
I
Wild could literally make it out of the West. Like that's how I don't think they will, but they could.
I kind of
That's
want
how fucking stupid the West is.
I kind of want the Oilers to win it all, just so McDavid finally gets it.
No, I do want to see that because McDavid deserves a fucking cup.
He deserves like 5 before his career is over.
He deserves a lot. He
Yeah.
deserves to leave Edmonton, is what he deserves.
Yeah, that probably.
Like he might not win any cups like Gretzky did, but he might leave Edmonton like Gretzky did. I honestly think Brandon that McDavid will be the second player to ever score 2,000 points.
Yeah,
He's in
yeah.
his eighth season. He's only like a little over 100 points away from getting to 1,000. Um, yeah, and if he keeps scoring like this, he's gonna hit 2,000 points, and no one has done that besides Gretzky. So McDavid is just fucking ridiculous, and he keeps doing it. Over 60 goals, 150 plus points. It's just insane. No one's done it since Lemieux in the 90s. Just class act right there.
Best player on earth out of everything. For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's not even close.
Not really.
People that actually think that, huh?
Yeah, no, it's
It's
not
not
close.
close.
Not
Yeah, no,
really.
there's people that probably think that it's close with any other someone in any other sports. It's not.
Nope.
Like Trout is good, but he's not Otani, or not. I mean, yeah, he is Otani good. I mean, he's not McDavid good. Like McDavid has leaps and bounds over everyone. Like Judge had a season like Trout can last year. Like there's players that are capable. Like there's no one in the NBA that's leaps and bounds, and obviously football, no one is that. Like you could say Patrick Mahomes is, but he's not.
Oh,
So
Otani is
yeah,
the
no,
closest.
McDavid is the best to McDavid.
Yeah, Otani is the closest comparison to any other sport.
Yeah, I would say Patrick Mahomes is close, but it's between those two definitely. But speaking of, I didn't even say an NBA player, but I was going to say, speaking of an NBA player, the NBA playoffs are not technically started because the play-in is going on right now, which is so weird because it's like those they just don't. None of the stats count.
It needs to be counted as playoff stats. I don't care. It's
Yeah,
the playoffs.
I agree. I agree. I also just hate the play-ins. I'm not gonna lie; they're kind of stupid.
I like it because it gives the feeling of more playoff basketball when you're in.
That well, the problem is playoff basketball is so shit in the NBA until like the conference finals most time. The thing that sucks about the play-in is the problem. That's what's so stupid about it to me, and why I don't like it is these teams are going nowhere in the playoffs.
No, most likely not.
That that that's what's stupid. And I know people got mad that um the Mavericks sat out their players to avoid the play-in, but honestly, that was smart by them. They got to try to keep their pick from the Knicks, which is crazy that they're still giving up first round picks to the Knicks for that Porzingis trade. That is insane.
I wouldn't be surprised if they lose their first round pick because I know the NBA is investigating them for that. That
I don't
they
think it's going to go anywhere.
strategically sat their players to try
Okay,
and lose.
Dame Lillard. I saw something that made a ton of sense. Damian Lillard sat out like the last 2 or 3 weeks, and he wasn't hurt at all.
But were the
To
Blazers already out of the playoffs?
Yeah, but still, like they're
The
very
Mavericks
obviously
were
tanking.
fighting for a chance at the play-in.
I don't care. I don't care. There was another team. Oh, who was it? Oh, fuck. Who was? Oh, Colin Sexton sat out the last 20 games of the season, and he wasn't hurt at all. And the Jazz were a part of. They were a part of the play-in at that time, and they were close to it. And Lauri Markkanen played like half the games down the stretch.
I cannot explain
They were
that.
obviously tanking, and then they're gonna gripe about the Mavericks because they were out of the play-in, and it was the last games of the season when teams were tanking 3 weeks before the season even ended. Like that. If if the Mavericks get fucked over here, it's some horse shit because teams literally were tanking right in front of them and they didn't do anything about
But
it.
those teams don't have two superstars in Luca and Kyrie. And the NBA wants to push that product.
I mean, they got Damian Lillard, the Blazers do,
Yeah, but that's
and
Damian Lillard and a bunch of nobodies. Besides like Anthony Simons
fair,
and
but
Yusuf Nurkic.
still, I mean, yeah, I mean, the Mavericks were never really that good, and then Kyrie just made them worse. So
The Mavericks are gonna make the playoffs before Kyrie happened. And then
yeah, I know, I don't know, I know.
yeah.
They would have made the playoffs if it wasn't for Kyrie because their defense got objectively worse.
Yeah.
Dorian Finney-Smith, like Dinwiddie's at least a somewhat a decent defender. Like no, they got worse.
Yep.
Um, I mean, looking at the playoffs, I mean, the 1 and 2 seeds, I think they're just gonna actually, I don't know, because you think the Lakers are gonna
I think the
make some
Lakers could
noise?
give the Grizzlies some fits. I really do. I could see them moving
Yeah.
on. I think it's gonna go deep the series.
I I really don't want them. I really don't want the Lakers to win. I hate the Grizzlies, but I hate the Lakers so much. And I really want the Lakers to lose because people are gonna hop on the Lakers bandwagon all over Sports Center and shit, and they're gonna be like, "Is the Lakers gonna make a run at the finals?" And like, no, they're not. They're not that good. They're not that like they played good, but they're not that good of a team. Like D'Angelo Russell was one of their biggest trade pieces. Motherfucker didn't
It
play
was
the fourth
ass.
quarter
He was
last night.
ass. It was
He didn't even
hilarious.
play the fourth quarter. He came in for an offense possession at the end of the game. He was so garbage.
Yeah.
He's so
No.
bad. And the Lakers should have lost that game last night. The Timberwolves literally sold
Yeah.
that game.
Yeah.
That pissed me off because I wanted there to be a chance for LeBron to make the play-in and miss the playoffs because LeBron said it's not in my DNA to miss the playoffs twice. I wanted him to miss the playoffs so bad to see what fucking bullshit he had to say because it'd have been so funny. And I wanted him to miss the playoffs because I wanted to see how fast it was that he's going to have his stupid foot surgery that he should have got, and he's risking his health for it. I mean, he's playing great, but you're still risking your health and your longevity. So, I mean, I don't even give a shit about your longevity. You play like 40 games a year, so your longevity means nothing. Um, but still, I wanted the Lakers to lose so bad. But you're not right. That you're not wrong. I mean, that series will be interesting. Do you have faith in Sacramento against
I want
or against
Sacramento to win the whole thing so damn bad. I think that'd be hilarious. And also, they got the best rookie in the draft, and Keegan Murray. Just kidding. No, that's Paulo Banchero. I know.
No, he's not even the second best rookie in the draft or even in the NBA.
Who's above him?
Jalen Williams on OKC,
Okay, yeah, he
he's
is.
definitely better.
He is popping off,
He's been better this year.
except
Yeah,
in 3-pointers because Keegan has
one
the
of the
all
Jalen
time.
Williams.
Keegan has the all time rookie 3-point record now. So ha ha ha. But yes, I'd like to see the Kings win because their fan base has been through so much. They haven't had a winning season since like the 2000s. I'm pretty sure it was like the Chris
Yeah,
Webber era. Yeah, Kings deserve everything in the world. I hope they sweep the Warriors. I don't. I think I'd rather see the Clippers come out of the Suns Clipper series. Yeah, because I don't know. Suns missed their window. I feel like that may sound
the window
incredibly
is
cliche.
now.
I know it is, but it
The window
feels
is now.
yeah. It would be good for CP3 to
I
win the
don't.
ring though.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think the Clippers are good, especially if Paul George is out. I don't think
That
they're going to
is
beat the
true.
Suns.
I forgot about that.
Plus, okay, well, the stupidest thing with the Warriors right now, I don't know if you've been noticing, but everyone is acting like they're just still that like team from last year, which they kind of are, but they're not. They're acting like they haven't struggled on the road this year at all. They're like the trendiest pick to make the finals out of the West.
No,
I'm
no,
like, why? Like, what? The Warriors aren't that good this year. They're way worse than they were last year. They can't win on the road, and people are acting like that's not an issue at all. There's only been like one team all time that has played that bad on the road like the Warriors have to. Actually, no, there's only been one team that made the finals that was even like somewhat close to 500 on the road. I think they were like 22 or 21 and 20 on the road. That's the worst ever road record for a team to make the NBA finals. And theirs is well below 500.
oh
There's
yeah,
no way they're not making the NBA finals.
no.
They're not making the NBA finals. They're way too trendy of a pick. I don't, and they just can't win on the road. I don't like the problem is that they're a 6 seed, so they only get to play 3 games at home, guaranteed, or something like not guaranteed, but you can. And if the Kings steal a game from them on the road, like that's a bad sign.
I think the two teams you don't want to play in the Western Conference right now are the Kings and the Lakers. I'm gonna be honest. The Lakers are playing best team since the All Star
Yeah,
break. They're heating up.
no, I
They're
know.
staying hot.
Why would you not want to play the Kings? That'd be the one team I'd want to play in the West.
Because the Kings have everything going right for them. They have super anxious fans. Like, I don't know if you saw it or not, but like Kevin Herter like made like a clutch 3-pointer at the end of one game, and it got to like 120 decibels in the uh in Golden One Center. So I feel like you're a playoff. If you're the Warriors, who first off are struggling on the road, like you've mentioned, and you go into a
Yeah,
place that's that loud, like consistently throughout the game, there you got no shot. I feel like if they get the train rolling, it could go a long way.
yeah, no, I'm. Yeah. The only thing I'm worried about is their youth. They're a very
Yes.
young team.
No playoff
Definitely
experience.
overachieving this year. Just a little. That's the only thing I'm really worried about them. Like I said, the 4-5 doesn't really do anything for me. And I don't know if the Timberwolves. I think the Timberwolves are probably going to win this game against the Thunder. I mean, if it's not for sure, but the Thunder are winning right now. I think the
Yeah.
Timberwolves will probably beat whoever they play. And for some reason, Brandon, I will talk myself into the Timberwolves beating the Nuggets. No idea why, but I
That's a
will
little
talk myself
crazy.
into it.
But I do think they can make a good series for sure. Because the Timberwolves have played the Nuggets decently well the past couple of times.
Like last year, that and they're now the Thunder are losing. Goddamn. Well, last year they literally were like 2 25-point comebacks from winning that series.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they win that one game where they had 2 25-point leads, which is still baffling. I remember watching that game and I'm like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is going on? And if they don't blow those leads, they probably beat the Grizzlies last year as a 7th seed.
Oh, yeah, they sweep them, I'm pretty sure. Because we held leads in all the games.
No, it was 1-1.
1-1. Okay.
It was 1-1. And then we lost. Did we lose game 3? I think. Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, because we did, I don't wait, were we up 2? I don't remember. Either way, we lost one of those games at home when we were up when we it was like no, we were definitely it was definitely we were up in the series, or it was I don't know. Either way, that if we win that game, it's way different series and we probably win.
Mm-hmm.
So they definitely have the pedigree to win. The problem is I don't know if they have the depth. Because last night when they were playing the Timberwolves, when Cat or Ant wasn't on the floor,
Well,
it was fucking hard to
Ant did give him. Ant was awful
no,
last night.
but or I mean, if no, okay, no, when Mike Conley wasn't on the
Mike
floor
Conley,
or
yeah.
Cat, it was hard to watch them play offense. It was
Yep.
horrible.
Jalen
They were
Noel.
so bad. Like
Jalen Noel was like the only good
he did
bench
play.
player.
That, why the fuck doesn't he touch the ball like every fucking possession when he's on the floor? Like he's a bucket. He can go get a bucket
Oh yeah.
anytime he wants to. He has the confidence. But yet, when we don't have Mike Conley or Cat on the floor, he just for some reason doesn't touch the ball every possession, which he should, because there's no one else on the team that can go get a bucket. Torian Prince is a 3-point shooter. Slow mo just is hard to watch, and he for some reason
Even when he's
scores.
good, he's hard to
And then
watch.
and McLaughlin, he is just a freaking facilitator. He's like
Yeah.
the worst version of Tyus Jones you've ever seen.
He
And
gets the steals,
then
but he's too short.
yeah, and then Nate Knight, like Jaden McDaniels is looking like one of the dumbest people in the world right now. We could have used him so much last night.
Yeah.
Like if Jaden McDaniels plays, I think we win.
I think if
Like
probably Gobert doesn't punch Kyle Anderson, we win.
I don't think Gobert would have won a sec. I honestly
He
don't
could
think
have
that would
snagged
have
us more
helped.
rebounds though, and more rebounds never hurt anyone.
Okay, but LeBron went off last
He
night,
did.
and Jaden McDaniels pesters the fuck out of LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
He pesters the fuck out of him. If you have Jaden McDaniels out there guarding LeBron, LeBron guarantee he doesn't score 30. He might score 24.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It just it was
If
very, very frustrating.
if the Timberwolves
But I still
blow
will talk myself into the Timberwolves win.
if the Timberwolves blow two leads of 15 or even 10, Chris Finch should probably be fired. Like and get a more balanced head coach because Chris
In the
Finch is
next game,
like no, like in like if we make the playoffs and we have 15-point leads on the Nuggets and we blow those two, he should be fired. Like get someone that works well with bigs to make sure this Gobert Cat thing works out.
yeah, we'll have to see. I don't know the West. I don't even know. I think the Suns are gonna make it,
I could see
but
that. I'm
that's just
pulling for the
me.
Kings all the way. Kings all the way.
I
Out of the
want the Kings,
out of the
but
East.
I think the Suns are gonna make it out because
Out
they
of
have
the
such an easy first round matchup, and then the Nuggets suck in the playoffs.
mhm. Out of the
So I
East,
like the
it's
Suns.
either gonna be the Bucks, Celtics, or 76ers, and there's no one besides that. So I'm not really interested in the Eastern
Yeah,
Conference.
like yeah, like the Cavs were good at the beginning of the season, and then they've kind of just like float, like kind of just like went like casually into the playoffs. Like they weren't going
Mhm.
to slide because the six and lower are really bad.
Yeah.
Um, like the Nets.
Congrats to the
What
Nets
seed are the
though.
Nets?
6 seed. They made
Yeah,
it after all of the turmoil there.
yeah, they were barely under 500 with once they traded Katie and Kyrie.
Yeah.
Oh, so they played the 76ers?
Yep. So it's over.
Dude, why?
Uh 76ers are good. I'm taking the 76ers all day.
Well, yeah, I just wish Ben Simmons was playing. Like, I don't even think there's. Do you even think there's going to be a good series in the East first round? Like the
Um,
Knicks and Cavs
yeah, that's probably the
potentially.
only one because
Like
MSG is gonna
I
get
don't know.
rocking.
Like the second round looks like second round Celtics and Sixers is going to be a classic. That's going to be
Hmm.
a great series.
Yep. And then
Oh,
Bucks will
he
probably
did go
cruise
play
to
for
the
the
Eastern
Magic.
Conference Finals.
Either way, the Eastern Conference Finals probably going to be really good because one of those top three teams will probably be in it, or one, two of those top three. So I don't know. This NBA playoffs just really doesn't do anything for me, honestly.
The West is where it's at.
Kind of boring. Yeah, and even that, I don't care that much,
Oh well.
bro. People who say that college basketball like playoffs is worse than the NBA look so dumb
The only
or so
thing
stupid.
that I've that I don't care about March Madness is that I like it's exciting in the first rounds where you get all these upsets, but I wouldn't mind in the later rounds if it was like a 3 game series. I'm gonna be honest. Because then you actually get the best teams moving on instead of like FAU. Like I don't think they're or like San Diego
Hey,
State.
FAU put up a fight though.
Right. I think like San Diego State could beat Alabama in a 3 game series, but like there's just some teams that make it that should like if it was like based on more consistency on rather than a hot streak, then like March Madness would look a lot different.
Yeah, I mean that's the only thing about the NBA that, or like all the other like football. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's not. It doesn't go that way. But if a team's hot, and I mean, you never know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I still like I mean, that's the only wrinkle that would make maybe the NCAA better. But I mean, the NBA playoffs just does not compare. Like last night, the that fourth quarter reminded me so much of March Madness, the Timberwolves game. The fourth
Yeah.
quarter, that was March Madness. It was fucking awful. That was the worst. I don't. That was that. That was for me. It was, but I don't know about you. But that was the worst quarter of basketball I've ever watched in my life.
I've probably seen worse quarters than that, but yeah, it was not a fun quarter.
It was atrocious. Did the Timberwolves even score 10 points in that quarter?
I believe they got 9.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, that's bad.
Like they were hot. They were so hot from three in the field, and then they got to the fourth quarter, and I don't know what happened. I mean, even when we went to overtime last night, I knew we weren't going to win because we played so bad in the fourth quarter, and it was the momentum was all on the Lakers side because we blew a 15-point lead.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Timberwolves Timberwolves should never hold a lead more than 10 points because they're just going to lose.
Worst or winning percentage in all sports. So
They still have the worst.
yeah, I believe so.
Oh, that's brutal. That is
Mm-hmm.
brutal. Vikings have one of the best
Yep.
since they came in the league. They still don't have a Super Bowl. It's pretty awesome. Pretty sure like the top 10 of winning percentages, the Vikings are the only one that have never won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think so.
It's bad. It's so depressing.
Mm-hmm.
Thunder versus Timberwolves.
Friday.
Catch you guys next time.
Peace.